Welcome back. The time of harvest is finally here. As you can see, I have 3 hives and about 8 supers that are ready for harvest. I'll be bringing them home and collect some golden goodness. Let's get to it. Now this year, instead of trying to brush away the bees one frame at a time, I built these fume boards. It is a black painted metal sheet with black felt under it around a shim that fits on supers. There's products like Honeybee Gone. You just spray on the felt, put it on top of the supers. The bees will be chased away just by the smell. You pick up the box and you're pretty much home free. It would help if my veil was on correctly. So, now that I have everything here, it's time to start collecting the honey supers. All right, I have my fume board, my bee repellent. You just spray the foam. Don't need to put a whole lot. The smell is quite strong, but it smells like almonds. But apparently bees do not like that. Remove this. Come on, earwigs, go away. All right. No queen, good. And now the procedure is pretty simple. Put on top of the hive, let the sun warm up and evaporate the chemical. The bees will just go down in the hive and we can just collect the supers. Let's do this for the other one. Let's just wait until this has chased the bees away. I'll see you in about 10 minutes. All right, so the supers should be empty. It's been 10 minutes. If you could hold this for me. It's not perfect, but most of them are gone. Yeah. Shoo. That's the best I can do. We just take the supers and bring them to the car. Oh boy, that's heavy. So that's it. I just keep on loading the bees into the van and hope for the best. Now that all the supers are harvested, it's time for extraction. I have my super set up. The extractor is prepped. So let's get to it. This nice little device is an uncapping tank. I will use this rest to put the frames on and use this uncapping knife and fork to remove the cappings. Then I'll simply load them in the extractor until it's full and start the extracting cycle. Okay, let's get our first frame. Now this frame is only partially filled, but what is there is mostly capped. This side looks even better. We simply rest it on the rack, use use the knife to uncap the top. Alright, let's remove the rest. Now inside the uncapping tank there's a rag that catches the cappings and lets the honey through. It's a cold knife, it's a bit more difficult to use, but I also prefer them over regular heating knives. This one's pretty flush, so a bit difficult to uncap. There we go, almost done. Now whatever cappings are left, we simply use the uncapping fork to remove just the top layer. You don't have to be particularly gentle, just don't gouge it out and you'll be fine. All right. Let's remove from whatever we have here. And that will be our first frame to go in the extractor. Go. And these are slightly too flush, so scratch them. Now you simply place them in the extractor. And since this is a radial extractor, you place the thicker spine towards the outside, like so. There we go. And then it's just a simple process of repeating until it's full. Now let me show you something interesting. Let's frame over. This is the main reason beekeepers try to put 8 or 9 frames per boxes. When the bees dry thick like that, it makes it a lot easier to slice open. And it takes less frames per box. It's a huge advantage. Saves money, makes harvesting more efficient, and you get, I think you get slightly more honey per boxes. You don't have to remove it all the way to the wood. It'll be, if you just remove the capping and leave as much wax as possible, it'll be that much less work for the bees. Alright, time to go to warp speed. As you can see, the cappings are now draining into the uncapping tank. And now the extractor is ready to start. So there's only 27 frames because I have 9 frames per super. I made sure to space them appropriately. And now we simply start it. Close the lid. Turn it on. And set it for 10 minutes. It will slowly spin up, reach its top speed, and then slow down and stop on itself. I love this machine. It's quiet and it does a lot of frame at once. Spinning and spinning, and you can even hear the honey hitting the walls of the drum. Ah, the reward for all the effort I put in this stuff. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Please like and subscribe.